Support for Radio Friends comes from Labrunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Labrunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Good morning. Welcome to Radio Friends on this Monday, July the 18th. We're going to meet James Owen today. James is the Executive Director of Renew Missouri. Good to have you here.
Hey,
James.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Explain to our listeners and viewers, what is Renew Missouri?
Renew Missouri is a nonprofit. We're based in Columbia. We have offices in St. Louis and Kansas City. Our focus is on making clean energy accessible to all Missourians.
Yeah.
And that's not just renewable energy like the title says, but we also spend a lot of time working on energy efficiency as well.
Now, when you came in today, I said, how are we doing in Missouri? And you said something that really surprised me. Go ahead. I'll ask you the question.
Yeah.
How is Missouri doing?
It surprises a lot of people. We are moving in a really, really good direction. We are building more renewable energy. We are adding more programs and more opportunities for people to reduce how much power they use. That's what energy efficiency is. Sometimes people think of energy efficiency as, well, I shut the light off when I left a room. That's conservation. We're talking about efficiency where you are investing in programs and products that help reduce how much you use. We are national leaders in that regard. We have been able...
Missouri is a national leader?
If you look at between the two largest utilities in the country, in the state, Evergy out of Kansas City and Ameren in St. Louis, they have been able to reduce in the past 10 years how much power they have had to produce because of energy efficiency by a power plant and a half.
Really?
Yeah, Kansas City alone has been able to show the equivalence of 42,000 cars being removed off the road based on how much power they've been able to save through those programs.
Now, you are coming here with some good news then.
Most people expect me to be very gloomy about this topic. And to be fair, it is not something that we should ever slow down and we should ever let off the pedal. This is very urgent. This is very critical. We're talking about nothing less than, what's going to happen to us on this planet.
Right. Saving our planet, saving our environment.
Yeah, I very much believe that. And, but I do feel that because we are in a conservative state, a lot of people say, like, well, lawmakers, policymakers here don't care about this. But I think you have to look at this also, not just as an environmental issue, but as an economic issue as well. Saving money, reducing how much power you use is a smart business move. It's a smart move for your household. Being able to get access to cheaper forms of energy like solar and wind as opposed to coal and nuclear, that's smart for business. Big corporations want to move to states where they have access to renewable energy. I'll give you an example of this. The Public Service Commission, the regulators down in Jefferson City, just approved back in the spring a deal for Evergy, which used to be KCP&L. A lot of people know it as KCP&L, to provide renewable energy to kind of a business that had a very vague name. And the commission approved it. Well, what we found out the very next day, because they waited until they got this deal knowing they were going to get 100% renewable energy, Facebook announced an $800 million investment into Missouri, several hundred new jobs to build a data center in North Kansas City. And the primary reason they did that was because they got that deal to get renewable energy. It's good for the economy.
Yeah. What can we do as consumers to help?
Well, I certainly think the primary thing you need to be doing is talking to your utility about how you want this. Utility companies will say, they don't believe there's consumer demand for this. That has absolutely not been my experience. They need to know that this is something that is expected of them, that it's part of their public service to provide it. I certainly think that you can talk to lawmakers about that, like your state rep, your state senator. They only really care about this when they hear about this. I mean, like even in Boone County, we have a set of county commissioners who voted against building wind in Boone County. They voted against it. They voted for basically a de facto ban in this county, which I think would surprise a lot of citizens here. But it is something that they hear from people who don't like this stuff, that are very much into NIMBYism, that not in my backyard mentality. That's what they hear about. If they heard from people who cared about this, I would say that is something that they're going to respond to. They have responded to it.
Solar panels.
Yeah.
What did your take on the solar panels?
I think right now, as far as like being able to help reduce your bill and to like help, reduce how much carbon you use, they're a good thing. Are they prohibitive for most people right now? Yes, they are. They're expensive to put those up. I just put some up on my house. It cost me around $20,000 to do that. Now, over time, will I see that money back? Yeah, I'll see that money back. But not most people don't have that money to put in that investment. We need to be making this more affordable, more accessible. Utilities need to be making it easier. Look, utilities don't like solar at all.
Well, now, wait, with Boon Electric, if you have solar, and you're not using it all during the day, you can sell it, put it back onto the grid, correct?
That is the law in Missouri. It's called net metering, which basically says that if you produce more power than you use, and you're capped pretty significantly what power you can use for your house, you can sell it back to the grid. That's true. But utilities do not like doing that. They only do that because the law tells them to do that.
Okay.
They don't, utilities in this state are monopolies by government mandate. They don't make money by competing with their own customers.
But would you not say that a company like Boon Electric, which is owned by the people who are on the grid with Boon Electric,
right? Member owners,
right? That's what I'm on. Doesn't it behoove them to try to promote solar energy?
Well, I think rural electric cooperatives have done a very good job of insulating themselves from their owners. I think they've put in these board of directors they oftentimes handpick. They are taking directives from people in Jefferson City and from the people who make the power. I mean, look, Boon Electric distributes power to their customers. They deliver it from the transmission lines to your house or your business. That's their primary focus. They don't make power. They have a solar array out there, and they have a community solar program, which is very good. I'm glad they offer it. They charge a premium for it,
right?
Even though it's cheaper for them to do it.
But they have the peak alert, which the metering where you you get a discount in the wintertime for your heat pump, but they can shut the air conditioning off for 7 minutes an hour during peak loads.
And that's great they do that. And I think certainly Boon Electric is one of the more progressive rural electric cooperatives in the state.
You know what, Jim? We could go on talking for another half hour, but we're out of time. If people want more information, they can go to www.renewmo.org.
That's it. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay. Can people actually make contact with you through that web page?
Yeah, they go to that website and they send an email or ask for more information. That email goes directly to my address, and I always try to get back to people as soon as I can.
All right, James Owen, thank you so much for coming by. Pleasure chatting with you. PepperPMissouri.edu if there's something you'd like to hear or see. Bye-bye.